What if I told you that saving money doesn't have to feel like punishment or deprivation? I know you're tired of budgeting advice that tells you to cut everything out you enjoy. And I know you're frustrated with financial tips that make you feel guilty for wanting to live a normal life. Now I know you've probably tried saving money before. Maybe you're cutting out coffee, skipped meals, or avoided hanging out with friends to save a few dollars. But then you felt miserable, deprived, and eventually gave up because it didn't feel sustainable. It isn't your fault. Most saving advice is designed to make you suffer, not succeed. But there are 45 specific ways to save money that are so painless you won't even realize you're doing them. These aren't about giving up the things you love or living like a monk. And I know this works because I've used these exact strategies to save thousands without feeling like I was sacrificing anything that actually mattered to my happiness. I understand that you want financial security without feeling broke in the process. Today I'm sharing 45 painless ways to save money without realizing it. These are simple changes that work in the background of your life, quietly building your savings while you continue enjoying the things that bring you joy. Let's start with number 1, set your AC to automatically adjust when you're away. Program your thermostat to raise the temperature 7 to 10 degrees when you leave and cool down 30 minutes before you return. This automation cuts cooling costs by 10 to 15%, saving $180 to $300 annually without any effort. Wealthy people set systems once and let them work invisibly in the background. Turn off auto renew on free trials immediately. Disable auto renewal the moment you sign up for any free trial and set a phone reminder for the day before it expires. This prevents forgotten $10 to $30 monthly charges, potentially saving hundreds per year. Rich people make companies earn their subscription every month instead of paying on autopilot. Number 3 is use power strips to cut phantom energy. Plug electronics into power strips and flip the switch off when not in use, as devices draw power even when turned off. Phantom energy accounts for 5 to 10% of your electric bill, saving $100 to $200 annually with a zero lifestyle impact. Millionaires understand that small invisible optimizations compound into serious wealth over time. Tip number 4, run the dishwasher only when full. Wait until your dishwasher is completely full before running it and use the eco mode when available. This reduces water and energy usage by 20 to 30%, saving $50 to $100 annually while making life easier. Wealthy people batch activities for maximum efficiency rather than running things half empty. Our next tip is wash laundry in cold water. Switch to cold water for all loads except heavy soiled items. Since 90% of washing machine energy goes to heating water, this cuts laundry energy costs by up to 90%, saving $60 to $120 annually while making clothes last longer. Rich people follow data over habits, and cold water cleans just as effectively. Lower thermostats 1 degree. Adjust your thermostat down 1 degree in winter and 1 degree in the summer. You won't notice the difference. The tiny adjustment reduces heating and cooling costs by 6 to 8%, saving $100 to $200 per year. Wealthy people understand that optimal comfort and financial efficiency aren't opposites. Set your water heater slightly lower. Lower your water heater from 140 degrees to 130 degrees, which still provides plenty of hot water while reducing energy consumption. This saves 6 to 10% on water heating costs, typically $25 to $50 annually. Millionaires optimize every system to create more money for wealth-building investments. Keep blinds closed during peak heat hours. Close blinds on south and west-facing windows during 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to block solar heat gain. This passive cooling reduces air conditioning load by 15 to 25%, saving upwards of $100 annually. Wealthy people work with natural systems rather than fighting them with expensive solutions. Our next tip is to downgrade phone storage tier. Choose less phone storage and use cloud storage instead, as upgrades cost $100 to $200 more for space you never use. This saves money over a 3-year cycle while forcing more intentional device usage. Rich people buy exactly what they need rather than impressively sounding features. Our next tip is use annual subscriptions instead of monthly. Switch subscriptions to annual billing when available, as companies offer 15 to 20% discounts for paying up front. This saves $200 to $500 a year across all services when reducing monthly decision fatigue. Wealthy people leverage cash flow to secure better rates and earn guaranteed returns. Our next tip is to default to standard shipping instead of express. Choose standard shipping as a default and only upgrade when truly necessary, as $5 to $15 rush fees add up quickly. This saves $200 to $400 annually once again, just for waiting for your stuff. Millionaires understand that patience is a wealth-building tool worth practicing. Our next tip is share streaming services legally with family. Whether it's cloud storage, digital, streaming, all of them work, but mainly streaming. This cuts entertainment costs by 50 to 75%. Wealthy families share resources strategically to direct more money towards building generational wealth. Our next tip is to use cashback offers automatically. Set up automatic cashback through credit cards, browser, and app purchases you're already making. This generates $200 to $500 annually in passive income without changing spending habits. Rich people create automatic systems that work 24/7 to generate money without effort. But now notice something. None of those require required discipline. You didn't even have to give up anything. You didn't feel deprived, and yet the savings quietly stacked up in the background. That's the first shift most people never make. They think saving money has to hurt. But we're just getting started, because in the next section, I'm going to show you a few daily tweaks that feel just as painless, but start multiplying those invisible savings even faster. Which brings us to freezing leftover meat immediately. Divide large meat packages into meal-sized portions and freeze what you won't use within 2 to 3 days. This prevents spoilage, saving $200 to $400 annually while ensuring protein is always available. Wealthy people treat food like waste, throwing money in the trash. Eat what's already in the freezer first. Check your freezer before grocery shopping and plan meals around what you already have. This reduces grocery spending by 15 to 20% while preventing forgotten frozen food from spoiling. Millionaires use what they own before buying more as a fundamental wealth principle. Buy store brand for at least 3 items. Consider 3 items you'll consistently buy store brand instead of name brand, like paper towels, cleaning supplies, maybe it's cans of beans. This saves $150 to $300 annually without compromising on things that actually matter. Rich people are strategic about what they save money for to fund bigger investments. Shop with a short written list. Write down only essential items before entering stores. Keep lists to 10 items or fewer. This reduces unplanned spending by 30 to 50%, saving $500 to $1,000 annually while making shopping faster. Wealthy people use lists as tools to protect financial goals from impulse decisions. Stop walking around every grocery aisle. Shop the store perimeter first and only enter specific aisles for item lists. Avoiding processed food temptations, this reduces grocery spending by another 20 to 25% while leading to healthier choices. Millionaires only go into environments that are going to help their goals. Keep a reusable water bottle. Always have a filled water bottle in your car to avoid buying $2 to $4 convenience store drinks. This saves $200 to $400 annually while improving hydration and reducing plastic waste. Rich people prepare in advance to avoid paying premium prices for basic necessities. Pack snacks for road trips. Bring homemade snacks for car trips longer than 2 hours to avoid gas station markups. Wealthy people plan ahead to avoid paying inflated prices for basic items. Keep a use this first bin in your fridge. Designate a fridge area for items that need consuming soon. Rotating older items to the front, this reduces food waste by 25 to 40%, saving a bunch annually while maximizing grocery value. Millionaires treat their home like a business with proper inventory management. Keep receipts in one spot so returns actually happen. Designate one drawer, envelope, or app for all receipts so you can easily return unwanted items. This recovers a lot of money annually in returned purchases while encouraging thoughtful buying. Rich people protect their downside as carefully as possible while they maximize their upside. Use library apps. Download your library apps for free ebooks, audiobooks, movies, and music instead of paying for multiple services. This can save a bunch annually and won't change your lifestyle at all. Wealthy people leverage society's best free resources for knowledge and entertainment. Shorten showers by 1 minute. Reduce shower time by 1 minute to save 2.5 gallons of hot water per shower. This could save you $20 to $50 annually, but you won't even notice the 1 minute difference. Millionaires optimize even the smallest daily activities to create more money for investing. Use ceiling fans before adjusting AC. Turn on ceiling fans and raise the thermostat 2 to 3 degrees, as moving air feels 4 to 6 degrees cooler. This reduces cooling costs by 20 to 30%, saving another $100 annually with the same comfort. Rich people work smarter, not harder, in every aspect of life. But up to this point, we haven't cut your lifestyle, we've just tightened the leaks. These are the kind of decisions that separate people who stay stuck from people who quietly build wealth without stress. But here's where it gets interesting. The next tier isn't about saving a few dollars, it's about stopping the behaviors that drain thousands without you realizing it. And once you see these, you won't unsee them. Our next tip is to turn off one-click purchasing. Disable one-click buying on all sites and apps, forcing manual payment entry that causes pause for reconsideration. This can reduce serious amounts of online impulse purchases. You'll save so much money, it's insane. Wealthy people deliberately create barriers between themselves and poor financial decisions. Log out of Amazon after each purchase. Sign out of Amazon after every session, requiring login next time to prevent mindless browsing purchases. This again reduces online spending a lot. Millionaires use friction as a tool to protect their wealth from impulsive spending. Turn off marketing emails. Number one, they're just simply annoying, but unsubscribing from retail emails and disable shopping app notifications will help you eliminate constant sales triggers. This reduces a bunch of impulse spending as well, while reducing mental clutter. Rich people protect their attention as carefully as they protect their bank account. Unfollow brands that trigger spending. Remove social media accounts for brands and lifestyle influencers that make you want to buy things. This reduces social media-driven purchases by 50 to 70% while also improving mental health. Wealthy people carefully control what influences enter their daily daily awareness. Keep your phone out of reach while watching TV. Place your phone in another room while watching TV to prevent mindless online shopping during breaks. Again, a lot of people spend money by doing this, so don't do it. Millionaires create boundaries to ensure their phone serves their goals, not undermines them. This might sound silly, but put a sticky note in your wallet that says, "Do I need this?" Place a small reminder in your wallet that forces pause and consideration before every purchase. It sounds silly, but this reduces impulse purchases by a lot. Rich people create systems to ensure each decision aligns with their long-term goals. Wait 24 hours before non-essentials. Implement a mandatory 24-hour waiting period for any non-essential purchase over $25. This reduces unnecessary purchases by 50 to 70% while distinguishing needs from wants. Wealthy people use their time as their ally in making good financial decisions. Keep a wish list instead of impulse buying. Add desire items to a wish list instead of buying them immediately, then review monthly for lasting interest. This again reduces purchasing and also encourages thoughtful buying. Millionaires understand that wanting and needing something are completely different. Avoid payment plans for small purchases. Never use financing or buy now pay later for purchases under $500, as these hide true costs. This saves $200 to $600 annually in fees while preventing small debts from compounding. Rich people understand that if you can't pay for cash for small items, you can't afford them. Skip extended warranties. Decline extended warranties that cost 20 to 50% of an item's price while covering rare problems that they won't even fully cover. Wealthy people self-insure through emergency funds rather than paying retailer profit centers. Never gamble. Avoid all gambling, including lottery tickets, as these have negative expected returns and addiction potential. This can save a lot of money, and if you're an addict, can save you your entire life. Millionaires build wealth through positive return investments rather than games designed to take money. But this is the point where most people stop, because now we're not just talking about saving money, we're talking about taking control. Not restriction, not suffering, control. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of the majority of people who never question where their money actually goes. But here's the shift most people never make. Everything we've covered so far protects your money. What we're about to cover builds it. These final moves don't just plug leaks, they quietly change your financial trajectory over the next 5 to 10 years. And if you understand this last section, you'll never look at raises, refunds, or income increases the same way again. Keep one no-spend day weekly. Designate one day weekly where you spend nothing except for true emergencies. This reduces weekly spending by a lot and will actually help you build contentment. Rich people normally practice living with what they have rather than constantly acquiring more. Keep your checking balance slightly lower on purpose. Maintain smaller checking buffers by auto-transferring excess to savings, making large impulse purchases inconvenient. Wealthy people design financial systems to make good decisions easier and bad decisions harder. Rename your savings account to Do Not Touch. This sounds silly, but changing your savings account name to reinforce its purpose and create psychological withdrawal friction. This again can reduce unnecessary withdrawals, protecting a bunch of money annually from impulse spending. Millionaires use mental tricks to align their actions with long-term goals. Never finance furniture. Always pay cash for furniture and decor, avoiding high-interest store financing for depreciating assets. This encourages affordable quality purchases and helps you save money. Rich people only finance appreciating assets, never things that lose value over time. Keep housing costs under 30% of income. Maintaining total housing costs at or below 30% of gross income for adequate saving and emergency capacity can free up a bunch of money for wealth building while preventing house poor situations. Wealthy people ensure their home supports financial goals rather than consuming all resources. Send tax refunds straight to investing. Automatically direct tax refunds to investment accounts rather than treating them as spending money. This can add $1,000 to $3,000 annually to investments while preventing lifestyle inflation from consuming windfalls. Millionaires treat unexpected money and gift money as seriously as regular income for wealth building. Auto-invest bonus money. Set up automatic transfers, moving 50 to 100% of bonuses and unexpected income directly to investments. This can add a bunch of money to your wealth building while preventing bonus money from once again disappearing into lifestyle upgrades. Rich people understand bonus money is easiest to save since it wasn't budgeted for expenses. Send 50% of every raise to investing. Redirect half of a salary increase to investments while enjoying the other half through modest lifestyle improvements. This again adds a bunch to your investments while rewarding career progress without complete lifestyle stagnation. It's also something you won't notice because you didn't have the original raise money in the first place. Keep lifestyle the same when income increases. I feel like we've pushed this point in a bunch of different ways, but I hope it makes sense. This can accelerate wealth building by 3 to 5 years while proving happiness doesn't require increasing consumption. Millionaires understand that the gap between earning and spending is where wealth is created. But now that you know these 45 painless ways to save money without even realizing it, there's a more targeted approach that focuses on hitting a specific daily savings goal. Simple strategies that consistently put $10 back in your pocket every single day. So check out this video where I reveal 50 simple ways to save $10 every day.